Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review a movie that I just finished watching, and the movie is Fight Club. The reason that I wanted to see this movie was, one, because I heard it was a very good movie, but also I want to give out a shout out to a YouTube user who, he doesn't do this segment anymore, but I saw his, Tom Chattelbash used to do this segment called Viewer's Choice movie reviews, where we would get to pick the movie that he reviewed, and Fight Club was one of them, and I watched it, and it definitely hyped up my review for it. And same with The Truman Show. That's how I wanted to see more of The Truman Show, because of his reviews. So Tom Chattelbash, I'm going to give a shout out to you. Thank you so much, because that's basically why I want to see the movie. Now, the basic plot of the movie, before I get to the basic plot, though, I am going to say that Fight Club is amazing. It really is amazing, though it is not for everybody, and I'll get to that. But the basic plot of this is that Edward Norton is the unnamed narrator, and he basically is he works as in a bomb place, and he's getting insomnia. And he's going to, like, a support group, but it's a support group for testicular cancer, and he has to lie that he has testicular cancer. Basically, it's a very confusing movie, and he meets with Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt, and basically, he isn't having a very good time in his life, and it's just not a great time. But then he meets Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt is a soap salesman who, they both decide that they want to start this fight club where people can channel their aggression into it's basically like a therapy group, but it's called Fight Club. And in the meantime, you have Helena Bonham Carter's character, Marla, who basically is ruining everything for them and is just making their life a living hell. That's the basic plot of Fight Club. Before I get into it, though, I did say that it was really good, but it's not for everybody. This is a very brutal movie, and definitely one of the most gory movies I've seen in a long time. It's very gory, and I don't recommend it for young kids at all. Do not show this to a young kid; they'll be traumatized because there's some really bloody, gory scenes in here. So yeah, I really wouldn't recommend this to a kid, but I did really enjoy it. So now let's get into the performances. The performances in this movie are great. First of all, you have Edward Norton, who was perfect as the narrator. I thought he was fantastic. And one of the things I loved was that he really felt like he didn't really want to do this Fight Club. And that Brad Pitt sort of takes control of everything. And basically, the reason he's called the unnamed narrator has to do with the twist, which I will get to. We all know the twist, I'm sure, by now. But yeah, with Brad Pitt, I thought he was really good too, because he really was the opposite of Edward Norton. I mean, he was very intense. He kind of just took over everything, and that's pretty much what Brad Pitt's character did. And yeah, so Edward Norton really didn't do much with the Fight Club, but he really was really good in the movie, and he really carried the movie throughout. I mean, he was the perfect person to narrate the movie because he really carried it throughout. And again, this is from my library, as you can see. Then you have Helena Bonham Carter as Marla Singer, and she was really good in this. I thought she was really good. She did a very good job of hiding her accent. I don't think I've seen her do a movie where she doesn't have an accent, except for Dark Shadows, but we all know how that turned out. But this one, she did a really good job, and she's not like a huge character, but she definitely is an important one, because she really is she's just a very important character throughout the whole movie. And basically now what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the twist. And the twist, if you have not seen Fight Club, I really would recommend you not watch the rest of this review, because the twist is something you are not going to think about at all. So the twist, of course, is that these two are one person. And you know what, that kind of makes sense. You kind of think, the first time you're thinking about that, you're like, what? When you watch the movie, though, that really does make sense because of what happens. As I said, Brad Pitt kind of ends up, Brad Pitt's kind of the antagonist here, and Edward Norton's the protagonist, yet they're the same person. Brad Pitt's a voice inside of Edward Norton's head, and Edward Norton is a voice in Brad Pitt's head. So that's basically how it works with this, and I really love the part where we find out how that worked. They did a really good job with that. So yeah, that was done really, really well. And just the twist was really good. And then the ending. Oh my god, the ending. The ending was amazing. The ending was just amazing to this movie, and that was such a great ending, perfect ending, and I really love that. So yeah, that was a really good ending. And, yeah. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, the fight scenes. The fight scenes, as I said, are very gory and bloody, and they're definitely very realistic, because one of the rules is no shirts, no shoes, basically. That's one of the rules, so there's some very intense, bad wounds in this movie, basically. And I think the most intense scene has to do with this chemical thing that's probably the most graphic. But yeah, overall, I really did enjoy Fight Club. I thought it was really, really good, and definitely it is really good. Some people say marketing it with soap makes it like a silly movie. It's not really a silly movie. In the beginning, it kind of is, but it gets really intense after that. It's a very serious thriller. It's not for everybody. Again, if you don't like very graphic, gory movies, stay away from this. But if you do, it's a terrific movie. And I think it's Edward Norton's best. I haven't even seen any of his other movies, but Brad Pitt did a really good job in this. Helena Bonham Carter, everyone is really, really good in this, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you check out Fight Club. It's fantastic. Alright, that's it for my review of Fight Club, and the next movie I'm going to be watching is another Jim Carrey movie. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So stay tuned for that, and again, subscribe to Tom Chattelbash, because he used to do these Viewer's Choice movie reviews, and I keep saying awards, I don't know why. I'm thinking the U-Reviewer Awards. But basically, subscribe to him because he's a really good YouTuber. So, see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye!